The problem if you get too call reluctance, you maybe don't reach your goals. And you compare it to the other people that are at the same education, the same background, and you start thinking they are better because you don't produce the same result as they do. And we know people who are actually looking for much cheaper job and have much more potential than the work they have today because they're afraid of self-promotion. And then we come to what we're talking of today, the call reluctance. Some of the energy is diverted. And in extreme, you get an emotional short circuit. And actually, we measure everything of this. We measure how much you have of this, how much you have of that, how big percentage going down to coping, and then you have the 12 different coping behaviors, some are defense mechanism, when you start to coping, and how the big G is. And we measure something else as well. You're going to see that later. There are people with motivation and high goals, but also a lot of call reluctance, so they're fighting every morning against their fears. And one day they say, no, this is enough. I don't want to have this rest of my life. And they leave. And you as a manager don't understand anything at all, because they were very successful, they were your top sales people, and they just left.
First of all, I learned why so many salespeople are not able to prospecting to the level required by their organization, and also understand how to help them to increase this level of productivity. First of all, I highly recommend to all who is interested in self-development.
The expectation I had was actually to learn more avenues on how to improve, more avenues how to apply, and on top of that, which was actually exceeding my expectations, was there was a lot of practical tools, practical informations that could be applied in the working practice. So it has definitely exceeded my expectations. Okay, first of all, I would definitely recommend it to others. It is very revealing, and what people can first of all learn from it is so much about themselves first, how they can improve themselves, how they can have a critical look at themselves, and then secondarily how to improve themselves in the daily practice, be it in sales, be it in consultancy, in various areas. In that regard, they can attend based on various practices.
Well, I want to continue to work with my profession, working with developing specialists and leaders to ensure that they are really reaching their potential, and this is another tool in my toolbox. Well, the most interesting part, I think, is that everyone, no matter what profession you have, no matter what industry you're working, or no matter what country, we all have the same barriers, and that is the fear that is actually hindering us from taking next step, or making that sales call, or making that next development in our career. I learned a lot about myself. I think I'm going to be able to use this both personally to achieve my goals that I've set, both short and long term, and I'm positive that I will be able to support other people even more now in their development.